everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to use Blabberize. It is a web-based program that allows you to transform images and pictures and photographs into talking animations. They do offer it in the App Store, but it is a lot easier that I've found to use it on a laptop or computer. Okay, so let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is create an account. It does give you the option to browse and make certain animations, but if you're wanting to save any of these, it's easier to just go ahead and create your own account. So let's go ahead and log in. If you are a new user to this, you will use this right side to set up your account. I'm going to go ahead and log in as me, that way we can start playing. So when you log in, it will actually show you your home page screen. This is where it stores blabbers that you have already created. It also lets you see things that you have liked. So this is a video of someone else has created that I have actually liked and it has saved into my things. Let's talk more about those. So these are your three main buttons you're going to deal with. My Stuff, which is your home page that we are on right now. Browse, and Make. We're going to go under the Browse tab first. Blabberize is kind of similar to a Facebook account or a Twitter account. Social media. It has a list of all the users, and this is where they post their blabbers that they allow other people to use or share. You could search in here for something you may like. If you know exactly around what you're looking for, you can come up in the search tab. So I'm just going to search education, and it lists out a bunch of free to use blabbers that you can access.
Save the bears.
If you see something you like, you can share it, and it will actually give you a URL that you could actually use to put into a PowerPoint. If it's something that you like that you want to save for later, you can choose to like it. Or if you see something that you really don't want to pop up on your screen, you can hit I object and it will remove it from your vision. But let's get to the fun part, making a blab. That is where you'll find your make at the very top screen. This is a very easy, user-friendly tool. It is very simple and it takes you through step by step on how to create your own. So once you're in the make section of Blabberize, you will be given the option to either browse or cancel. You would want to browse to find a picture. You could save one from Google that you have found that you wanted to use in your classroom. I have created stuff in Word if you wanted to add text, but always save it as an image so it's easy to find on your computer. So earlier today, I have saved some of my bit emojis. So your first step, it also gives you these two things at the bottom. That way you can go always back or forward. So we just did the pick an image phase. Now we are in the crop phase. If you don't like how big your picture is, you could always make it a little bit smaller. Once you get it how you need it, you simply click Next. This is probably the most trickiest part of this whole program, making the mouth. As you can see, when you go to the next step, it already puts a red circle, which is the mouth, on the picture. You're going to want to drag the mouth close to where you would like it to move. It gives you two color options, blue and green. I always start with the blue first because it's the inner circle. And you begin dragging the dots around where you would like the mouth to move. As you can see, I've moved all the inner dots around the mouth. Now I'll begin dragging the outer dots. I could make it to where the whole mouth would move, but I'm going to actually drag it a little bit in my mouth so just the bottom half of the mouth will move. On smaller pictures, this can be a little bit difficult, but you also have the option to zoom in on your computer. Once you get all the dots how you like, simply click Next. I prefer to use the computer microphone over the pre-recorded track. It's a lot easier for the students to use and more user-friendly. So let's click on the microphone. You will get a little warning message up here. It's just stating that you give them permission to use your microphone. Allow. As you can see, as I talk, my mouth begins to move. Nothing has been recorded yet. To start your recording, you will click on the red button. When you are finished, you will click on the red button again. Let's record something. Good morning, Miss Curran's class. How are you doing today? Once you have what you wanted recorded, you could hit the play button to play it back.
Good morning, Miss Curran's class. How are you doing today?
If you like how that looks, you simply click Next. It will give you an option to preview your creation.
Good morning, Miss Curran's class. How are you doing today?
If everything looks good, you can click OK. This is the ending of the blabber. It gives you some options. You can make another scene by adding different slides to your previously created slide. You can edit the scene you just did, or you can save. Now I'm going to go back to make another scene. And it starts you over from the beginning. Begin by browse, just like before. I'm actually going to do the same image. Then it takes you to the crop. Click Next. Now the reason I'm doing the same image again is because I want to show you this option. I'm going to quickly make my mouth over here. If you notice in the Create a Mouth stage, you see two squares below. If you make a mistake, you can remove the selected mouth or add the mouth back. You do have to go back through the creating stage. If you'd like to add more than one mouth in a photo, that is an option. Once you get your first mouth placed, simply come down here to Add a Mouth. Another bubble will appear and drag it to the face you wish to add the next mouth. Repeat the same process for shaping the mouth. Once you have both mouths placed how you want it, simply click Next. Again, you will come to the sound phase, click on the microphone. Since I've already given it permission, it will automatically put the recording bar at the bottom. As you notice, I'm talking, both mouths are moving. Good morning, Miss Curran's class. Hit playback.
Good morning, Miss Curran's class.
If you like your creation, click Next. Okay. As you can see, both pictures I have created show up side by side. This gives you the option to add multiple slides to one page by just clicking on Add Another Scene. Once you've added all the pages you'd like, you could preview everything.
Good morning, Miss Curran's class. How are you doing today? Good morning, Miss Curran's class.
If you like everything, save. It will prompt you to give your creation a title. And I'm just going to say classroom and a tag, morning. It gives you two options at the bottom. You can keep your creation private if you wish for no one else to see it. Click on private. And then also gives you a mature option. This option is if you're creating something that people a certain age need to see, or it needs to be hidden from certain people. You can click on mature. Not many of us educators will probably be using that. And save. Once you save, you'll see your creation on the left side of the screen. You can choose to share it, you can like it, edit, delete, or again object. The cool part about this is if you'd like to take this video you've created and insert it into a PowerPoint, you can select to make it a video and convert it into a video. Anytime you want to see all your creations, you will find them under the My Stuff tab. There's the creation we just made, and here's one that I've made previous. So I believe that this is a really good website. It can be used in many different ways to complete many different tasks at many different age levels.